What is up, 12 Nation, NFL Nation? As you can see, I'm here joined with my friend Oliver Morid. Today, we're going to be breaking down all the wild card games happening this weekend. We're going to be giving you our predictions, telling you guys what's going to happen this weekend. Cue that intro. Let's talk about the NFC first, right? We got the number 7 seed against the number 2 seed, the number 7 Eagles versus the number 2 Bucks. What can you tell us about this game?
Hey, bro, the Bucks, they were playing against the football team in the wild card round last year. They got that easy-ass game against the Washington football team. Now they play the Eagles. I'm excited for Jalen Hurts. I really like Jalen Hurts. But, it's still the Eagles at the end of the day, man. They ain't making no noise. They're going to get bounced first round by the Bucks. That'll be like.
What do you think? What's your prediction? Like, what score?
I think it'll be a closer game. I feel like Eagles, they're nice at, like, staying in the game. You feel me?
Yeah.
They can kind of compete and come from behind. But I think I got the Bucks by 4. 28, 24 maybe.
Yeah, I don't think the Eagles have enough playoff experience. You know what I mean? Like Jalen Hurts, Miles Sanders, the receivers. I mean, Jason Kelce, right? He has a Super Bowl, and then you got right tackle Lane Johnson. He got some experience, but like besides that, your leaders right now don't have that much playoff experience. So I think that's where they're really lacking, and I think that's where it's gonna hurt them this Sunday. So I think Tom Brady, this is an easy win for him. He rarely loses in the first round. They're going up against the defending Super Bowl champs. Yeah, I think the Bucks are going to win this at least 2-possession game. Let's move on to the next one. Number 6 seed 49ers versus the number 3 seed Cowboys. Oliver, what's your opinion on this one?
Bro, I'm excited for this game. I love the Cowboys this season. I love their defense, Micah Parsons, Trayvon Diggs, bro. Their whole team is so good. Their offense is easily could be the best in the league when all the players are playing their best, bro. Like that team is really good on both sides of the ball, especially this year with Dan Quinn. He's really stepped up, changed that defense. And yeah, I mean, I love the Cowboys. I think they got the Niners pretty easily. They beat them earlier in the season. They just gotta contain Deebo Samuel, put pressure on Jimmy, and yeah, I got Cowboys.
This game for me is just like super interesting because I feel like Micah Parsons is the ideal person to stop Deebo Samuel because he has the speed, right? And Deebo Samuel sometimes takes the ball out of the backfield. Parsons has a great rush, like run stopping ability, and Parsons is also really good in coverage. Deebo likes to run those digs, slants, all that type of stuff. So I feel like Parsons can definitely cover that too.
Bro, Micah Parsons is real, man.
Yeah, Micah Parsons is really good. Definitely defensive player of the year. I think though.
That's TJ Watt. Come on, man. TJ Watt.
I don't know. I mean, Parsons has a chance at defensive player of the year. He was given defensive rookie of the year.
He got defensive rookie.
Yeah,
of the year.
For sure.
Defensive player of the year, but that's TJ Watt.
Yeah.
2.5 sacks.
Yeah, like, but the thing
like
is, they usually give it to like a team that's like winning a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a playoff team. Like last year, Garrett got it.
So. Last year, because TJ was like winning.
I mean, Donald got it.
And then Aaron Donald, like the Rams won their playoff game, and then we lost. So they just gave it to him.
But yeah, going back to the Niner game, I think the Niners are gonna win this game. Really, I know that's like it's crazy, but Trent Williams came off the practice. He came off the IR today, whatever he was on, and so he's back and. He's probably like the best tackle in the league, right? So yeah, he's really good. And I mean, obviously the Cowboys don't really have anyone coming from that right side, but Trent Williams is Trent Williams, and it looks like the Niners are going to be fully healthy. They're 7-2 in their last 9. They're an insanely hot team. I don't see the Niners losing this one, especially even though they're in Texas. I think the Niners will win this one. It's going to be a really defensive game. I think they'll win this one like 17-14. It's going to be insanely close.
That's like a really classic matchup too.
Yeah, from the 90s, right? Yeah. Going back. Let's move on to that number 5 seed versus number 4. At the number 5, we got the Cardinals And at the number 4, we got the Rams. I mean, I know I like as a Seahawks fan, obviously, all the NFC West teams are in the playoffs. But what's better than seeing like the teams that you're rivals with going at it on the first ever Monday night wildcard game? That's just like so fun, right? Two teams that you just absolutely hate and they're just going at it. Yeah. What do you think about this game?
Bro, that'll be a really good game too. They split in the regular season, huh? Yeah. They both got one. I mean, I don't know, like Matthew Stafford just gotta perform in the playoffs, bro. That's like the Rams just rely on Matthew Stafford performing well. Like as you saw last week, he kind of played bummy. And what did they go to overtime last week?
Yeah, it went to overtime. The Niners won 27-24
last week. Underthrew his receiver. But yeah, that'll be a really close game. D-Hop's injured, so he's still not back yet.
Yeah.
So Kyler's gonna have to work with what he got. I mean, I got the Rams in this one, but I think it'll be a close game for sure.
Yeah, I got the Rams as well, and call me crazy, but I think the Rams are going to win this game like 35-13, something crazy like that. I think it's going to be a blowout. They're in LA, right? They're in LA. Cup's amazing. He was short. He was short of the record. He's been so good. OBJ playing on an elite level. Cam Akers, Sony Michel, great. Their O-line is top 5 in the league. I think they're a top 10 team on both sides of the ball. They're a great team. I don't see them losing against the Cardinals for sure. That's it for the NFC. Let's move on to the AFC, where at the number 7, we got your Pittsburgh Steelers versus the number 2 Chiefs. I mean, Oliver, obviously we all want Pittsburgh to win. As a Seattle fan, I've obviously had, throughout the years, I've always talked bad about the Steelers to you, but I do want Big Ben to win this because I think this is looking like his last season in the NFL. So I am rooting for Big Ben, but what do you think about this game? Because you're obviously a Steelers fan. You've been looking close to this matchup. So what do you think about this?
Oh, this game is going to either be like a blowout or just like a super close game. Yeah. Like the Chiefs have been talking all week, bro. People have been talking all week about us. That we're not supposed to be here, bro. This is the exact same situation as when Jerome Bettis was playing in his final season back in 2006. It was his last season. We barely made the playoffs, came in as the 6th seed. No one thought we were supposed to be in the playoffs. And Big Ben, that was his 2nd season in the NFL. He came in, took us to the Super Bowl, and won the Super Bowl. Jerome Bettis retired a champion. That's like the same situation, bro. Najee Harris, he's going to take Big Ben. We got to rely on the run game and just pound the ball on Sunday against the Chiefs, bro. If we can just get the run game going, I think we can win the game. And if we beat the Chiefs, bro, we're going all the way, man.
Yeah, because your momentum is too like strong to lose another game after that. And the thing really for me is I really think that the Steelers have the roster to do it on both sides of the ball. Obviously, their quarterback, he's inconsistent at times. But their defense, that's the scary thing. They had some down times, I'd say, this season, right? Yeah. But they really recovered at the end of the season. Yeah, but TJ Watt, 22.5, like you said. Minka's been great. Not like last season. He's not putting up the stats, but he's still playing great in coverage and stuff like that. Obviously, some hurts of like Bud Dupree and Cam Sutton hurt, but I think they still have a chance at winning. But since the Chiefs are just the Chiefs, right, and they're playing in the hardest stadium probably, like
I don't know who's gonna stop Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
They didn't even have Tyreek Hill last time we played him. We got beat by like 26.
Yeah, that last game, and then it was kind of bad. But I'm hoping for the Steelers. From a non-biased perspective, who's winning this game? I
mean, bro, I'm gonna have to say the Chiefs, but I mean, I got the Steelers though.
Yeah, we're rooting for the Steelers, but I think it's going to be the Chiefs. Let's move on to this number 6 seed Patriots versus the number 3 seed Bills. Wild card weekend is about to be so good. If you can just hear these, like you got like these crazy games. We got Big Ben's possible last playoff game. Now we got Mac Jones versus Josh Allen, a rivalry that's gone hotter literally every week. Right? They battled the division. It came down to the last game of the season. I mean, we all saw that game where Mac Jones only completed like 2 passes, and the Patriots ran the ball like 50 times. Oliver, who's winning this game?
Bro, I'm gonna have to say Bills, but I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be in the same stadium as that first game. It'll probably be a similar game, a very defensive game. Like they'll rely on the run game. The Patriots have a stronger run game, a stronger defense. Like their team is built for like that cold weather type of game. So I mean, they just gotta pound the ball and just do exactly what they did the first time they beat the Bills.
Yeah.
Like, if they can do that, they can win. But I think the Bills will have like a better game plan, be more prepared for that weather, pass the ball more, and just get it done.
Yeah, Belichick rarely loses in the first round. I think this is like the first time it's gonna happen since the Brady. You remember the Brady Titans game, his last game, but before that, you can't remember a time where Belichick lost in the first round. So I think this is gonna be Belichick's first loss in a playoff game without Brady in an insanely long time, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, this game, the Bills have all the momentum. The Patriots just lost to the Dolphins. The Bills have been hot as of late. They somehow found a way to get something going with I'm blanking on his name. Bills running back 26. I'm having like something. Devin Singletary. I don't know. I couldn't remember that. That was weird. Yeah, but they got something going with Devin Singletary for sure. Diggs has been elite all season. They got Gabriel Davis. They got all these dudes, right? Cole Beasley, Dawson Knox. The line's good. Their defense is amazing. Micah Hyde's so good. I definitely got the Bills winning. Move on to that number 5 Raiders versus number 4 Bengals. It just gets better every time I say these playoff games. This is my second favorite after the Niners game. Oliver, I mean, you're a close watcher of both teams, I'd say, right? The Raiders, you watch them a lot, and the Bengals are just right across they're just the state over, right? I mean, they're pretty close by. They're in your division. You've seen 2 games this season where the Bengals have beat the Steelers, I believe, right? Or one of the yeah. So, what do you think about this? I mean, both these teams are competing at a high level. They both want it. They both kind of have that dog mentality. Who's winning this game?
Yeah, I mean, this is Derek Carr's first playoff game. I'm excited for him. But like at the beginning of the season, bro, I would never expect the Bengals and the Raiders to be playing each other in the first round. Bro.
Yeah,
that's just crazy to me. But the Bengals, bro, like Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, that connection is so lethal, man. I think the Bengals can get it done. Honestly, their defense has been playing really good this season. All their free agency signings this last offseason really helped them out. And yeah, they put a really good football team together. They won our division. They made playoffs. I think they got it. But I'm excited to see how Derek Carr plays in his first playoff game, man.
Yeah, they've been like, both those teams have been doubted since the start of the season. I mean, in preseason, like, talk about all the hate that Derek Carr got. Talk about all the hate that Joe Burrow got. People were saying like, oh, he'll never return to 100% after that ACL injury. All of this nonsense. And they shut up the haters and they come out and they have a nice ass season. I mean, this season shows that Joe Burrow is a future really good player in this league. Shows why Derek Carr has one of the best leadership traits. I mean, locker room guy. He lost so many things this season. He lost his number 1 receiver. He lost his coach. He just perseveres. He has 4 active wide receivers on his rosters. And I think the Raiders can't lose this game because the amount of work that Derek Carr has put in, like the amount of concentration that dude has had the whole season. I mean, like, he doesn't let anything get to his head. Who's winning this game? Like, if you have to choose.
Yeah, they've been through a lot, but I think the Bengals are a stronger team.
Yeah, especially in Cincinnati.
They like deserve that spot more. They deserve to be in the playoffs, and they're gonna fight for it. But who would you take, Joe Burrow or Justin Herbert?
I honestly think Joe Burrow, right? Because I think Justin Herbert has like the quarterback. He has everything that you want in a quarterback. I think he is a better quarterback than Joe Burrow. But I think Joe Burrow has off the field strengths, like mentality too. he's like a great locker room guy. Like, look at the relationships he has with his wide receivers, right? Obviously, back in college when he was teammates with Jamar Chase, that's carried over. Now he's great friends with Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins, and you can see that chemistry on and off the field. And I feel like Joe Burrow just a great guy to have in your organization as like a locker room guy because he's a great leader. And I think Justin Herbert, like, he could be that, but I don't think he's a very vocal guy. Like, we've seen Joe Burrow like talk more. Like, you know, Justin Herbert kind of seems like a quiet guy, just does whatever he's like told. Something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's facts. I like that.
So like at this pace, what we got the Bucks advancing. They're gonna play the Titans, or do they play the
Who, the Bucks?
Yeah, the Bucks. I mean, do they play the Packers, or did they play the?
I think they would play the winner of the Rams and Cardinals. So they would play the Rams.
So then they win. They play the. That's gonna be a good game, and then the winner of the Niner Cowboy game plays the Packers, and I don't think the Packers are gonna lose. And then in the AFC, we got the Bills probably playing the Titans, right? And then we have the Bengals most likely playing the Chiefs or Steelers. It's going to be a fun week for sure. Oliver's going to be back next week after this divisional game. We're going to break down the divisional games after we see what happens on Wild Card Weekend. Oliver, it was fun having you on the channel.
Hey,
looking forward to seeing you next week on the channel. Peace out, NFL Nation.